Hey guys, Billy here again from Tech Academy. I'm gonna share with you a simple presentation kung saan ibabahagi ko sa inyo or share ko sa inyo yung 4 simple strategy or technique na pwede nyo gamitin in 2024 next year kung gusto nyo mabilis, mag-level up or mag-grow yung IT career nyo. So I call this 4 stages or 4 phases growing your IT career in 2024 and beyond. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 stages or phases, and each of them i-discuss natin ng mga detalye or ng mas malalim as we go on. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So step 1 is basically choosing a high-paying and in-demand IT skill. Okay, so yun yung pinakauna mong dapat gawin. Mamili ka or choose high-paying and in-demand. Okay, so I'll repeat, high-paying and in-demand IT skill. Bakit? Kasi kung gusto mong mag-grow or mag-level up yung IT career mo, as well as your salary, of course, you have to choose. Ibig sabihin, you have to intentionally choose yung mga high-paying and in-demand IT skill. Okay, so ano-ano yung mga yon, mamaya dadaanan natin ng mas malalim. Okay, so stage 2 or phase 2 would be this one. Learn and get certified. Okay, so meaning, once you're done or once you choose a high-paying and in-demand skills, the step 2 would be learning the technology and concepts behind that skill, and of course getting a related certification on that skill. So learn and get certified yung phase 2 or stage 2 natin. Mamaya we're gonna talk about ng mas malalim pa yung stage 2, and then stage 3 or phase 3 would be get exposure and experience. So kailangan mong makakuha ng related exposure and experience para na sa ganun masolidify yung certification mo, as well yung skills na napili mo on stage 1, as well as yung certification na nakuha mo on stage 2. And then stage 4 or phase 4 would be seeking higher salary offer in or out. Ibig sabihin, dahil nga ang goal natin is mapataas yung career natin or mag-grow yung career natin, as well as your salary or kumbaga yung tawag dito, kinikita natin, of course, as an IT professional, you have to seek higher salary offer. Okay, either in or out. So ano yung in or out, mamaya explain ko sa inyo. Okay, so we're gonna go each of these phases or each of these steps in detail. Okay, so hiramin ko muna itong mga to. Okay, hiramin ko muna kasi gagamitin natin ito mamaya. By the way, this is my first time creating this kind of video format, so I'd like to know your comment or suggestion or feedback, because in 2024 and beyond, we're gonna do more of the videos like this. So if you want this format more, let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're gonna go with phase 1 or stage 1. So basically, ang stage 1 natin would be teka, nakikita ba? Okay, so choosing high-paying and in-demand IT skills. So ibaba ko muna to dito. Okay, so choosing high-paying and in-demand IT skill. Bakit? So again, you have to intentionally choose kung ano yung mga in-demand and high-paying IT skills. In my personal opinion, these are the 3 major IT domains or IT skills na pwede mong pagpilian kung wala ka pang mapili or kung bago ka pa lang nagsisimula. So basically, this video is applicable or intended for beginners, career shifters, or yung mga nagsisimula pa lang sa IT industry. Okay, so skills. Number 1 would be cybersecurity. Okay, so we know na hot and in-demand and high-paying ang cybersecurity skills. So either pen testing or penetration testing, threat hunting, pwede rin yan, digital forensics, and so on. So even malware analysis, kasama yan sa mga highly paid and in-demand cybersecurity skills or domain na pwede mong pasukin. So almost all lahat right now is connected to the internet. So that's why we need to secure our data. Enterprises need to secure their data, their customers' data, and so on. So that's why cybersecurity is one of the high-paying and in-demand IT skills na pwede mong pagsimulan in 2024. Okay, so even if you take a look dun sa mga job portals, job boards right now, isa yan sa mga in-demand. Okay, so pangalawa would be cloud, okay, or cloud computing. Ibig sabihin, more on cloud services. So yung mga businesses and enterprises right now, even yung mga small to medium enterprises or businesses, they are all using cloud services like Zoom meeting, Google Workspace, and so on, Microsoft Office 365, and so on, as well as yung mga applications na tinatawag nating software as a service, and so on. So if you can acquire the necessary skills related to cloud applications or cloud computing, as well as supporting those applications and infrastructure, you'll be in demand. Kasi yun nga, yung mga enterprises, yung mga businesses, they are all transitioning into cloud. So, cybersec, cloud, hindi ka mapapahiya dyan, hindi ka mawawalan. Given na talagang you can acquire the skills needed on those domains. Does that make sense? Good. So number 3 is, of course, in my personal opinion, would be networking. Okay? Dahil ito yung pinaka-backbone, dito lahat tumatawid, dito lahat dumadaan yung mga modern communications right now. So cloud is connected to the network. May mga private subnet tayo dyan, BPCs and so on. So they all revolve around network. So yung cybersecurity natin, ganun din. They are all revolving around network. Yung mga VoIP natin, yung mga software as a service natin, lahat ng applications na ginagamit natin today in the modern communications are all connected to the network. So by having networking skills, by understanding the basics and fundamentals of networks, yung mga routing and switching, yung mga network services, malaki yung chance mo na makakuha ng high-paying and in-demand job dun sa malalaking company, okay, dun sa mga huge enterprises, dahil yun yung hinahanap nila. Okay, so there are other domains or path na pwede mong pasukin, pero in my personal opinion, these 3 would give you a lot of opportunities in 2024 and beyond. Okay, so pili ka lang muna, cybersec, cloud, or networking. Now, you're probably asking, Sir Billy, ako yung taong maraming interest, wala akong mapili. Ano ba yung advice mo para makapili ako dyan sa tatlo na yan? Good question. Okay, so one of the dilemma ng mga aspiring IT professionals, especially the fresh graduate ones or the fresh ones, are ano yung pipiliin nila? Kumbaga, saan sila magsisimula? Okay, so I'm gonna give you 3 simple steps or advice kung paano ka pipili. Number 1 is based on your passion. Okay? Passion or interest. Okay, so ano yung mga hilig mo? Ano yung mga sinesearch mo na tutorial sa YouTube in terms of IT? Saan ka mas na-curious na mga IT-related things? Curious ka ba kung paano na-hack ni Mr. Robot? Di ba? Yung mga ginagawa niya and so on. Or you are more interested in configuring routers and switches. Katulad ko before, I was inspired kung paano nararoute yung mga calls from the US, kasi nagtrabaho ko sa isang malaking call center sa Sykes before in Teletech. Kung paano nararoute yung mga calls sa US, pumunta sa mga BPO and call center sa Philippines and so on. So yung mga routers and switches, they are all part of the network. So isa yon sa mga pwede mong pagsimulan, passion or your interest. Or pangalawa, pwede mong tingnan, for example, you are working right now, yung mga current projects or current job role na ginagawa mo, di ba? So kung nag-i-enjoy ka doon, malamang sa malamang, you are passionate about those things, di ba? So, ano yung mga project na na-implements mo? Ano yung mga cases na lagi mong nare-resolve? Mabilis mong nare-resolve, for example. Ano yung mga, tawag dito, mga incidents na lagi mong nare-resolve sa mga outages and so on. So, you can look at that and then start from there on how you can grow and level up or add additional skills next year. Does that make sense? So, another one, basically this comes from projects, okay? Or current job role. Okay? So malinaw tayo dito, di ba? And then the last one would be probably the people you look up to or yung mga nakapag-inspire sa'yo. For example, you were inspired by my story or any of my students' success story or other people out there. Marami naman nag-share, like pwedeng foreign, pwedeng dito sa Pinas and so on. Yung mga nilook up nyo or yung mga idol nyo, ika nga, pwede yung pagkuhanan ng motivation and inspiration yung mga yun para yun yung gusto niyo maging career. For example, I have a student na sabi niya kaya siya nag-IT dahil yung kapitbahay nila is an IT specialist sa barko and malaki yung sahod base sa kwento niya. And then maganda yung trabaho and so on, nakakapunta pa sa iba't ibang lugar. So yun yung nakapag-inspire sa kanya para mag-IT and then para i-pursue yung path na maging IT specialist sa barko. So something like those. So basically, these are people you look up to. Okay? So based from these 3, pwede kang mag-decide kung ano sa tatlong yan yung pwede mong kunin or i-pursue na path in the IT industry. Does that make sense? Okay? So again, ang phase 1 natin, choose high-paying and in-demand IT skill. kailangan mong mamili kung ano yung mga, kung saan papunta yung market. Ika nga, market trends. Okay? So ito yung mga yon, in my personal opinion. So cybersecurity, cloud, or networking. Okay? And then ito yung ma-advise ko kung paano ka pipili just in case nalilito ka kung saan ka pupunta. Okay? So based from your passion or interest, based from your role, for example, you are working right now, and then based on the projects na na-handle mo or na-implement mo na, or based on the people that inspires you or you look up to. Okay? So yun yung phase 1 natin. So after you decide kung anong skills or anong domain yung pipiliin mo, we're gonna go with stage 2 kung saan, sabi ko nga kanina, you have to learn and get certified na related doon sa skill na napili mo. So, kunin ko ulit ito. Okay? Okay, so punta tayo sa stage 2 or phase 2 ng ating presentation. Okay? Okay, ayan. So again, this is my first time trying this kind of video format. Let me know in the comments kung okay sa inyo para we can do this more in the future. Okay, so phase 2. Okay, so learn and get certified. Okay? Phase 2, learn and get certified. So bakit ko sinabing learn and get certified? Kanina yung phase 1 natin or stage 1, choose a high-paying and in-demand IT skill. So let's assume, sabihin na natin, fresh grad ka, career shifter ka, or bago ka pala nagsisimula. So meaning, wala ka pa masyadong nalalaman or kumbaga solid foundation or skills on those things. So that's why I highly advise you learn and get certified. Okay? Meaning, kailangan mo makuha ng certification as well as maintindihan yung technology and concepts behind that certification. So really, bakit kailangan ko pa mag-certify? Well, the truth is, yung mga employer, mga headhunters right now, mas priority nila yung mga tao or yung mga applicants, lalo na sa mga fresh grad at mga nagsisimula pa lang, yung may certification. Bakit? Kasi unang-una, ganun talaga gumagana industry, sa IT industry. They are looking for certification, again for beginners or fresh grads or sabihin na natin career shifters. Okay? Kasi pagka-expert ka na, of course, may mga projects ka na, may experience ka na, and so on, dun na tumitingin. Pero kung nagsisimula ka pa lang, most of the time, they are looking for certification. Okay? Certification. Hindi na ako sanay mag-type. Magsulat. Mas sanay na ako mag-type. Anyway, they're looking for certification. So for example, yung hiring manager, ibababa yung job order sa HR or headhunter or recruiter, prioritize mo yung may mga CCNA. For example, they are looking for a NOC or service desk. So, yung mga headhunter, yung mga recruiter, pag nakita nila yung mga resumes ng mga applicant, yung mga may CCNA, which was ordered from the upper management, ika nga, yun yung ipa-prioritize nila. So, yun yung mga unang tatawagan, dun sila unang pipili. So, mafi-filter out na yung mga walang certification. This is the hard truth. Okay, ganito na yung labanan, ganito yung industry ngayon. Now, again, of course, hindi naman ibig sabihin na may certification ka, ikaw na yung magaling. Pero kasi, yun nga yung napapa-priority, napapa-ilalim yung mga resume ng mga wala kahit magagaling sila, given, okay, na yung role is naghahanap ng certification, which is 99% of the time, yes. Okay, so that's why yung phase 2 natin, learn and get certified. So meaning, if you already chose a skill, for example, yung cybersecurity, cloud, or networking, you have to find or you have to get at least a certification or at least an entry level or associate level certification on that role. Okay, so for example, you choose you choose cybersecurity. Okay, so cybersec. My suggestion for cybersecurity entry level or associate certification would be CompTIA Security Plus. Okay, so CompTIA Security Plus. Bakit? This one is highly recognized around the globe or around the world, kung saan si CompTIA is a neutral vendor certification provider. So, ibig sabihin wala siyang focus na manufacturer or vendor ng mga equipment. Yung mga technology and concepts na tinuturo sa certification niya are widely used industry-wide. Okay? Now, ibig sabihin nun, pwede kang, yung skills na makukuha mo can be applicable to any of the vendor or manufacturers ng mga equipment, like for example, firewalls, routers, and so on. So, kumbaga, itong CompTIA Security Plus is more on general or associate level nga in terms of general infrastructure organization security. Kasi meron din isang GRC natin na tinatawag or yung governance, risk and compliance, which is non-technical pero more on the management security. Okay, so that's why this is highly advisable. Another one would be yung bago ngayon or nung nakaraan, yung Google, okay? Google certified in cybersecurity. So they launched this training or certification sa Coursera kung saan pwede mong kunin, and then once you finish that, tapos natapos mo yung mga video tutorials or lessons, may mga quizzes and hands-on. Ang kagandahan naman dito, so Google certified in cybersecurity, meron siyang hands-on component. May mga labs and exercises na gagawin at the end para mas solidify mo yung skills mo. Okay? Now, the third one would be, in my opinion, would be Cisco Cyber Ops. Okay? So si Cisco kasi is also known or one of the basically sila yung king and queen in the networking industry. Pero hindi lang yan dahil they also provide security equipments and technologies like mga devices na related sa security as well as mga technology na related sa security. So isa rin to sa magandang pagsimulan, lalo na if you're aiming to become a Security Operations Center Analyst or SOC Analyst. So, CyberOps. May mga estudyante ako na after they pass CCNA, nag-CyberOps sila and they are now working as SOC or SOC Analyst. Okay, so pili ka lang muna dyan sa tatlo if you aim to go with cybersecurity. So, CompTIA Security Plus, Google Certified in Cybersecurity, or CyberOps. Pwede mong pagsimulan yan if you want to have a solid foundation in cybersecurity. So again ang goal natin dito is to learn, okay? Learn and get certified. Meaning, hindi ka lang basta makakapasa ng certification, dapat matututunan mo talaga yung mga technologies and concepts na related doon sa certification na yun. Meaning, kapag in-interview ka, kapag tinanong ka, kapag pinagawa na sa'yo yung trabaho, kaya mong gawin. You learn and you get certified. Does that make sense? Good. Okay, so now, just in case na ang napili mo naman ay cloud, okay? Cloud, ang ilan sa mga certification or kilalang certification, well, tatlo lang naman halos yung big players in terms of cloud computing. So we have Microsoft, Azure, okay? Azure Fundamentals, we have AWS, so sa AWS, and then Google, Cloud Digital Leader, okay? So kahit alin dyan, pwede nyo kunin dahil ang goal naman natin dito is again to learn the basics and fundamentals para meron kang at least foundation on those technologies. So Azure Fundamentals, yung pinaka-basic, AWS Cloud Practitioner or SAA or Software Architect Associate. Pero I highly advise if you're a newbie one or talagang wala ka pang alam sa cloud computing, would be Cloud Practitioner. So nandun yung pinaka-basics. Ang maganda pa, you'll get 50% off dun sa next level na certification kapag kinuha mo yun. So AWS, one of the highly paid and in-demand scale given na talagang kaya mong i-perform. Okay? And then, of course, meron din si Google, yung digital leader niya, yun yung kanyang entry-level certification in terms of cloud. So again, kailangan mo lang pumili dito based on your passion or interest or yung mga projects na handle mo or yung other people you look up to. Okay? So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na kapag nakapili ka, stick ka na doon. Pwedeng magbago yon in the long run. Pero ang pinakamahalaga, you decide and you take action. Okay? So again, the next one would be networking. Okay? So kapag networking, I highly suggest Network Plus ni CompTIA. Okay? So meron din siyang Network Plus. Again, si CompTIA is a vendor-neutral certification provider kung saan wala siyang specific vendor or manufacturer na kinofocus. Now, the other one would be, of course, CCNA. So if you are aiming to become a network engineer or kahit na gusto mo mag-focus sa mga to pero gusto mo munang makabuild ng solid foundation sa network, CCNA would be the best. Okay? In my personal opinion, bias. But basically kasi yan yung na-experience ko, yan yung ginawa ko, and then yan yung nakatulong sa akin to grow and level up my IT career from a technical support up to a network engineer. So that's why I highly suggest CCNA. Okay? So now, we completed the phase 2. Okay? So learn and get certified, ito yung mga area kung saan pinag-usapan natin. Ito nga yung mga highly in-demand and IT skill na pwede mong pagpilian, cybersecurity, cloud, or networking. Tapos ito yung mga certification na pwede mong pagpilian. Okay? So again, you have just to choose one and then decide and take action. Huwag ka nang gumaya dun sa iba na up until now, nag-iisip pa rin kung alin ang pipiliin dyan, 2 taon, 3 taon na yung nakalipas. Nandun pa rin sila sa position kung saan nandun sila dati. ibig sabihin, they just keep whining and whining and whining pero they don't decide and take action. Huwag mo nang gayahin yun. 2024 na, so decide and take action. Okay? You can change course naman or you can change route ika nga in the future if needed. Okay? So dapat flexible tayo. Pero ang pinakamahalaga, makakakuha ka lang ng resulta kapag nag-take ka na ng action. So pili ka muna dyan and then move forward. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Now, so we're gonna go with phase 3. Okay, kunin ko muna ulit ito. Okay, so we're gonna go with phase 3 kung saan ang phase 3 natin, okay, so kanina pinag-usapan natin phase 1 and phase 2, sorry. Okay, ang phase 3 natin would be, tawag dito, nasaan na yun? Okay, ito yung phase 3 natin, getting experience and exposure. Meaning, of course, sabihin na natin na nakapasa ka dun sa certification, okay, baba ko muna ito, sabihin na natin na, nakapili ka na, okay, ng highly paid and in-demand IT skill. Tapos, nakapasa ka na rin ng certification. So, hindi ibig sabihin nun talagang makakahanap ka na agad-agad ng mga high-paying IT jobs na related dun sa napili mong skill and certification. Most likely, you need to go to entry-level position first in order for you to get exposure and experience para masolidify mo yung mga natutunan mo dun sa skill na napili mo as well as dun sa certification na kinuha mo. Kasi, this is the truth. Okay, ibig sabihin, ito talaga yung totoo. Hindi ibig sabihin na nakapasa ka na, alam mo na lahat. Actually, nung naging CCNA ako dati, nung napunta ako sa service desk, for example, sa Teletech, kaway-kaway sa mga taga-Teletech dyan, nagulat ako, ganito kalalaki yung mga router nila, parang cabinet and so on, tapos ganito pala yung routing nila, sobrang dami and so on, lalo na kapag multiple branches around the world, multiple gigapops or data centers around the world and so on, so parang ma-overwhelm ka pa. So, certified ka na noon, nag-training ka, pero in real world, iba pa talaga, yung talagang nandun ka na sa totoong bakbakan, ika nga. So, that's why, ang priority mo, once you learn or once you get the certification, is to get exposure and experience na makapagbibigay sa'yo ng solid na experience dun sa technology na napili mo. Does that make sense? So, ang pinakamaganda dito is mag-apply ka dun sa mga job na magbibigay sa'yo ng solid exposure. For example, BPO or banks, kasi most likely they have branches all over the world kung saan they have complex infrastructure, sama-sama na yung malaki yung network infrastructure, may cybersecurity, may gumagamit sila ng mga sophisticated and new tools and so on, and sila yung mga unang nag-a-adapt ng mga technology, like for example, software-defined networking, mga SHEM and SOAR. Hindi naman gagamit yung mga maliliit na company, mga travel agency for example, na 5 lang yung empleyado ng mga ganong klaseng equipment or klaseng technology dahil hindi nila kailangan. So ang target mo is yung mga, sabihin na natin, Fortune 500, okay? Fortune 100 or yung mga international companies, okay? Na merong magaganda, merong malalaking infrastructure para nang sa ganun makakuha ka ng solid exposure and experience. Does that make sense? So, ang goal natin dito is mapatibay yung foundation mo kasi paglipat mo sa susunod, dun ka naman babawi. Okay? So, malinaw tayo dito. So, yung phase 3 natin, simple lang, get exposure and experience. So, kahit medyo mababa yung sahod, pero sa tingin mo dun sa job responsibilities, marami kang matututunan. For example, even if it's a network associate role, pero magkukonfigure ka naman ng mga router and switches, ikaw yung mag-i-implement ng mga routing and so on, napakagandang experience nun, lalo na if you want to become a network engineer. Diba? Nakuha mo yung point ko. So, prioritize mo muna yung experience. And ang makapagbibigay sa'yo nun, ito nga, so mga BPO, banks, international companies na mayroong multiple branches, and for example, Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies. Okay? So, once we're done with this, we're gonna go with stage 4 or phase 4, kung saan, dito ka nababawi. Okay? So, yung phase 4 natin, or yung stage 4 natin, would be seeking higher salary in and out. Okay? Meaning, you already choose the skill, high-paying and in-demand IT skill. You already learn and get certified. Tapos yung phase 3 or stage 3 natin, natapos natin, kung saan you already get some applicable or related exposure and experience. Meaning, medyo matatag ka na nito, may nalalaman ka na, nakakaintindi ka na. So, ang pinaka-goal mo here is to increase your salary. Dahil gusto mo makita naman or kumbaga ma-value ka naman with what you worth. Does that make sense? So, for example, ang pinakamaganda mong gawin is apply for a promotion, okay? Promotion inside your company. Let's say for example, katulad ko dati, I'm working as a service desk, CCNA na ako noon, and then I get at least 1.5 years yata na experience as a service desk. So, meron na kaming monitoring and handling incidents, P1 or 7 and so on. So, nakatulong yan para ma-build or ma-solidify yung mga natutunan ko sa CCNA and dun sa certification na yun. So, nung nakakuha ako, nung nagka-opening for example, dun sa network team, network department, nag-apply ako. Okay? And then luckily, dahil nga meron naman akong certification, meron tayong natutunan or skills, na-hire tayo and of course, tumaas yung salary natin. So, pwedeng within the company, lalo na if you enjoy the company you're in, yung culture, yung jobs and so on, marami kang natututunan, maraming benefits and so on. So, pwede ka na lang din dun maglipat or lumipat or mag-apply ng promotion para nang sa ganun, makuha mo yung higher salary in. This is what I refer in, meaning inside the same company. Nakukuha? Does that make sense? So, another one is of course, kung hindi mo makuha, ang problema kasi sa promotion or sa inside promotion is, minsan may cap. Okay? Ang tawag natin ay ceiling or salary cap. Ang pwede mo lang itaas is 15% or 25% or 30% of your current pay. Meaning, if you're earning, for example, 50,000, so ang 25%, ang 50% noon ay 25, so magiging 75. For example lang ha. Okay, so meaning may cap. So usually kasi may ganyang rules ang mga enterprise or ang mga corporation or ang mga salary, in terms of salary. Di ba? So, ikaw na yung magde-decide. Kung okay sa'yo yun, kung okay naman yung benefits, kung okay yung company, tapos okay yung mga katrabaho mo, nasa sa'yo na. Okay? Or, you can choose the next one would be applying for other job roles outside. Meaning, tatanungin mo yung mga kakilala mo, mag-a-apply ka online for a new position or for a new company na gamit yung bago mong skills, gamit yung certification at gamit yung experience exposure na nakuha mo. So this one naman, tinatawag nating out. So this one, you're gonna look for a much higher salary based from what you currently earn. Even for 2 times, 3 times, even 4 times of your current salary, lalo na if you can prove the skills na talagang natutunan mo, meron ka talagang skills na talagang halimaw ka, or talagang alam mo yung value mo dapat yun muna yung una, di ba? So, naniniwala ka na you can bring value to the company or to the employer, pwede mong taasan yung asking mo, and most of the time, pag nakita nila, kasi nakikita nila yan, they're gonna give it to you. Okay, so I have students, hundreds of students na after they have CCNA, after nilang makakuha ng related experience and exposure, they resign dun sa current company nila, and kasi nga mababa lang yung offer kapag promotion. So they look for another company and ang laki ng itinaas nila like times 4 or times 5. So again, depende na sa ito. Pero these are the things na pwede mong gawin in our phase 4. Okay? So we're done with the phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Now, let's basically summarize everything before we move on dun sa iba pa nating pag-uusapan. Okay, so yung phase 1 natin, choose high-paying, in-demand IT skills. So, cybersecurity, cloud, or networking. Pili ka na lang dyan. So, again, depende na sa passion mo or sa project or role mo or sa mga people or sa mga tao na nililook up mo. So, depende na sa'yo. Again, ang pinakamahalaga, you decide and you take action. And then, stage number 2 or phase number 2, you learn and get certified. Okay? So, pili ka dito. Kapag nakapili ka na, you have to study the technology and concepts behind that skill and at least get the entry-level or associate certification. Does it make sense? Kasi nga, yung mga employer, yung mga recruiter, ganun na yung hinahanap, lalo na kapag ka mga fresh grad, career shifter, or bago doon sa IT industry. And then stage 3 or phase 3 natin would be getting exposure and experience. So pwedeng in the same company, okay? Okay, so or pwede rin yung gawin dito, pwede kayong mag-build ng mga projects and i-publish nyo online like sa YouTube, sa Medium, or gawa kayo ng sarili nyong websites or vlog kung saan sinishare nyo yung mga skills na natututunan nyo, yung mga projects na ginagawa nyo. Nang sa ganun, meron kayong tinatawag nating portfolio. Makakatulong yon, okay? So, may mga students din ako na na-hire. Di ba, pwede kang mag-publish ng mga, for example, sa GitHub, ng mga code mo, repositories, and so on. Or pwede sa sarili mong websites or sa Sa Medium nga, kung gusto mo ng free, or sa YouTube, free din. Pwede kang mag-upload ng mga tutorials or kung paano mo na-resolve yung ganitong case, yung outlook mo sa ganitong industry and so on. So makakatulong yun to build a credential or to have a proof at least na talagang naiintindihan mo yung technology. And then of course, yung phase 4 or stage 4 natin would be seeking higher salary in or out. Meaning in, you're looking for promotion inside the same company or out for another company. So ito yung 4 simple stages or 4 phases natin kung saan pwede mong mapag-grow at mapalevel up yung IT career mo in 2024 and beyond if you're a fresh graduate, a career shifter, or newbie in the IT industry. And then, bonus tip. Okay, bonus tip. Before we end this video, okay, bonus tip. Another tip kung paano mo mapapabilis yung growth and level up ng IT career mo would be enrolling in courses like paid and free courses, di ba? So, for example, training. Okay? So, may mga free courses online sa YouTube and so on. Pwede mong i-take advantage yon. Or may mga paid courses in online or face-to-face. Depende na sa'yo kasi may mga tao na gusto online, gusto live, gusto self-face and so on. So, kung paano ka mabilis matuto, ano yung feasible sa'yo, ano yung nag-work sa'yo, i-grab mo yung opportunity na yun para mas lalo mo pang ma-enhance, ma-hone yung skills mo. Okay? And then of course, joining community. Okay? Community. For example, Facebook groups, forums, and so on. If you can find, for example, yung mga DEFCON natin or RootCon natin dito sa Pinas, di ba? So next year, we're gonna join that. Anyway, so those things can also help you learn new in-demand and IT skills, plus get exposure doon sa mga skills na pwede mong aralin, as well as get exposure sa mga tao na pwede mag-refer sa'yo kung paano ka makakakuha ng higher salary outside of your company. Kasi importante rin yung meron kang network ng mga tao na nasa IT industry. Para na sa ganun, yung referral as well as connections na rin. Makakatulong yon on how you can grow and level up your IT career. Okay, so does that make sense? Okay, so now, before we end this video, okay, so since nandito ka na rin lang, if it's not too much to ask, I'd like to ask your 3 minutes discussing our CCNA Masterclass. This is for those interested. Kung hindi naman, okay lang, hopefully naka-pick up ka ng value for the things that I've discussed. Okay, so for those who are interested, we're running a Christmas and year-end sale for our CCNA Masterclass in our Tech Academy. So basically, Tech Academy is an online learning and platform para sa mga aspiring IT professionals na gusto mag-level up ng kanilang IT career. So we have a CCNA Masterclass, meaning it's a self-paced online course kung saan matututunan mo yung basics and fundamentals ng network as well as prepare you to pass your CCNA exam. So once you join, you're gonna have access to video tutorials, okay? Video tuts, as well as lab exercises and challenges na related sa CCNA. And then we have also quizzes na makakatulong sa'yo para ma-refresh mo yung mga natutunan mo. We also have practice exams na magtutulong sa'yo to prepare for the official certification exam. And then we also have a private members group or private Facebook study group kung saan we have around 1,500 na yung member ng community natin. Okay, so malaking tulong kasi yung community kung saan pwede kang mag-share ng mga natutunan mo, or pwede kang magtanong sa iba, or pwede kang i-refer kasi may mga estudyante ako na nakakuha ng trabaho dahil ni-refer sila ng ibang member ng community. So it's a good connection, ika nga. Now, another one would be yung mga slides, for example, pwede mong i-download that can serve as a reviewer when you're preparing for the exam. And then, training certificate. Okay, so Tech Academy is a registered business under Ramling IT Consultancy. So you can ask for an official training certificate na nakapag-enroll ka. So it's like more of attending a full online course or a full training online nga lang. Self-paced. Okay, so meaning pre-recorded na yung mga video tutorials natin dahil sobrang dami. Okay, now another one would be support. So you can ask me anytime. Nakatag yung mga members sa email natin and I give priority or I prioritize yung mga questions ng mga members. Plus, we have the software and tools needed uploaded na din dun sa portal natin sa Tech Academy para sama-sama na sila doon, like Packet Tracer, iOS na pwede mo magamit sa practice. Okay, hindi lang yun, we also have bonuses kung saan you can also have, for example, ito yung mga bonuses natin. CCNA Fundamentals ebook, which we are selling for $695. This will be free once you join the CCNA Masterclass. Another bonuses would be expert interview series kung saan in-interview natin yung mga real world network engineer as well as IT professional na successful na and ask some tips at senior nila yon, so kasama yon, as well as yung career and interview tips kasama yun sa bonuses natin and so on. Okay, so you can find the details with all of this na related sa CCNA Masterclass just in case you're interested to okay, lipat ako dito, techacademy.ph/CCNA. Okay, so Tech Academy, ulit lang ha, techacademy.ph/CCNA. Okay, so all the details and instructions, including the details of each of this are on the link. So techacademy.ph/CCNA. So again, we're on a Christmas and year-end sale up until December 30. So probably tomorrow, 7 p.m. Yung sale natin. So if you want to learn and solidify your networking skills as well as to get your first IT certification, dahil I highly advise this for beginners and freshers, this would be your chance. Okay? So yun lang. I hope you get value from this. I hope this kind of raw video format or presentation provides value to you. Okay? Lalo na if you're a career shifter, a fresh grad, or a newbie in the IT industry. If you have questions, let me know. Okay? So dun sa mga interesado, again, yung details are in techacademy.ph/CCNA. So, yun lamang. Maraming salamat. Happy New Year and God bless.